gentlemen, to your Monday evening sex dungeon of YouTube pleasure. Starring your hosts of Mind Control 34, two guys with more pleasure than three cats can measure. The greatest Eddie and the greatest ever Jeremiah.
What's up?
Thanks, guys.
This is Jeremiah Gar. See ya.
And this is Edward D82.
Eddie D82.
That's my name.
At yahoo.com. Seriously, try it. It'll work.
No. So
Pandemonium in the household. You know what that means? Episode 34. You know what that means? Time
for another episode of Mind Control live on Spreecast.
Oh, I really wasn't ready for that. I thought we were gonna have sex dungeon fun.
Oh, right. Do you think Obama had a sex dungeon going over at Camp David? Do you think there was some sex dungeoning going on?
Camp David.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I guess this G8 summit was too hot to handle for Chicago, so they moved it to Camp David.
I'm picturing Obama. Yeah, I'm picturing Obama.
In a sex dungeon.
Tied.
Okay.
Tied up.
Okay.
He's a little bit flabby. So you know in those torture porn videos, you know the way they wrap their boobs in rope. I bet even Obama has enough.
Oh yeah, you think
he
so?
has enough flab there that they tighten that up. They pull his legs apart. And David,
what they put those? What are those called? Like the jumper cables? They put jumper cables on his nipples. Yeah.
What they put the positive on his nipple and they grounded it through his testicle.
Oh wow!
And
then he's wearing a mask, right?
And
yeah.
David
Cameron.
David came and showed him what his camp was all about.
Wow. Oh, you talking about Camp David?
Yeah.
Like the David.
They went to David's camp, right?
No, they went to Camp David.
Right.
That's the president's holiday
retreat.
Friend
David's camp.
No. So the world leaders met up there. There was one person conspicuous with his absence. You want to guess who that person was?
President Obama.
Nope, he was there. He was hosting the event. How would it be if the host didn't show up to his own event? David Cameron was there.
David of David's camp.
Who was it named after Camp David? Stop playing dumb, Jared. Let's talk about this seriously.
Who's it named after?
Yeah, Camp David. Who's it named after?
Camp David is named after
David Arquette?
Archuleta.
Archuleta, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So
we have a link in the live chat. I can't quite reach 7 feet away to click on it.
You need one of those poking cables, those poking sticks.
Yeah.
So Vladimir Putin wasn't there. You know, Russia's been represented at this G8 summit for the past since '97. Russia's been represented, but this year, President Putin, newly elected, said he didn't have enough time in his busy schedule to attend this G8 summit.
He's busy taking his shirt off.
Yep. Medvedev, whatever that guy's name is, he was there. Medvedev,
okay,
the former president that became, I guess he's prime minister now, and so they switched jobs, I guess.
If you were just done being the president, wouldn't you want the time off? Like Bush gets to go to the Ranger games, and now he's best friends with Nolan Ryan again.
He got paid $20 million to write a book, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
You did your president thing. You're done.
Not in Russia.
Ugh.
America too. America, these senators and these representatives hold the power and never let it go.
I'm sorry, you've been voted out of office.
That's it.
Yeah. You're the prime.
I change it. I say the law says I'm still president.
We were just gonna give it to you, but
no. I changed the law.
But now you can be prime minister.
Okay, I'll be prime minister.
Okay, deal. Let's drink some vodka.
Yeah. But apparently.
So what the hell happened at the G8? Can we get to it? Can you stop fucking around, you idiot?
All these world powers converged at Camp David. Talk about world issues.
There's only one world power in my world, brother, and that's the USA. But keep going.
I think Canada.
So we brought them here to remind them that we're America.
We've had it other places before. It has happened to be at Camp David this year.
Yeah, that was really, to me, that was really, really stupid. The way, to be honest with you, the coverage I've seen of this was one picture of a bunch of them walking up a trail or something, walking up the street. and it looked like the biggest mass photo op I've ever seen.
yeah.
Like, you could tell all the press was there hours beforehand, and then all of them got in the line. They knew they were going to walk in while they pretended like they were talking about issues, while people took pictures of them running backwards, and
Yeah.
it just looked so staged, and they all wore their comfortable jammy clothes.
It's like they were camped out and they were having a sleepover, and they woke up and had French toast.
Right.
Michelle cooked some French toast for everybody. Yeah.
Sleeveless shirt, of course, while cooking.
But Obama said some of the people that got there late.
Have you ever wanted to see Michelle Obama's flapjacks?
I saw her doing jumping jacks, and the last reference to that did about 5 hits, I think.
So no more Michelle Obama talk on the show?
No more Michelle Obama, anything jumping jack related.
I don't think, I think we've done multiple Michelle Obama videos, period, and they've all
failed.
grossed about
Yeah.
4.
But she gets her dresses
views.
at Walmart, though. She dresses on the cheap, so...
Let's stop talking about her.
Okay.
So G8.
So they're talking about Syria, Iran, more sanctions against Iran, what they're going to do in Syria.
Did anybody come there and say, hey, why did you kill Gaddafi? There was no reason, right? Can we all admit this now? I mean...
What's that accent you're doing?
I mean, aren't all of us over in the Middle East killing our people every day, and you're not killing us? I mean, come on, let's admit that you went after Gaddafi because he knew some shit. Come on, what does he know?
Yeah.
What is that accent? That's Borat.
Oh, Borat. So that movie came out this weekend. Did it fail? Did it fail? Did Borat's new movie fail?
How did it do? The Dictator. I don't think it was like a...
I
think it's 17 million. I think is what it was.
It's not bad. It's nowhere near... what was his first movie that everyone loved? It was Borat, I think? No, the first movie was Borat.
Then it was Borat.
No, Borat, yeah. Borat was the one that stirred everyone got really crazy about Borat.
So apparently the Dictator has like a very important like message. You've heard about this?
I don't give a shit about Sacha Baron Cohen trying to tell me how to, have a world opinion. Like, this guy's a total jackass. But
yeah, it's definitely an eye roll moment. Obviously, at the mention of it,
wasn't there anal sex in one, or like some ball on ball in Borat? I think some very uncomfortable situations. Yeah.
What does that have to do with?
Like just like this guy that does ball on ball in his movies.
You can't be serious too. Do you ever do anything with human bodies, sir, that you're not necessarily wanting to broadcast? And can I take you seriously?
I think you have a good point there, but I think...
Do you want to tell the camera right now how many snowballs you've experienced?
Whenever you establish yourself as something, and then you go completely away from what made you famous, trying to take a stand against something, I see a little bit of hypocrisy,
This is Pee-wee, always has to be Pee-wee, he can't star in Blow speech.
Yeah, but like,
he can't be in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Maybe if Pee-wee didn't have the adult theater situation happen for him, he could have been in a movie like Blow. Maybe he could have transitioned a little bit better to the supporting role in a decent movie with Johnny Depp, I think the only reason he got that movie is because he had the adult theater situation happen to him, and it may have been a little bit second chance. Here's a Hail Mary pass,
So here's my question, Eddie. What does Paul Rubens have to do with the G8, and why are you talking about it?
So yeah, the main topics, like I said, were Iran and Syria, and apparently they're saying in Syria that there has to be equal action on the political side and like equal action on the war side, So like they can't just say stop the war and not do anything as far as progressing the politics for transition and power.
Right, because stopping the war is not enough good politics. You've got to do other things.
Right,
what?
you have to transition in power because they're saying that if you don't do that, then the terrorists, the rebels are going to continue to bomb police stations
in that country, in those countries.
Yeah. Over in Syria.
But I think what all of us are saying is they're not going to bomb them.
If they weren't, the rebels weren't going to bomb the government?
Well, actually, if you're talking about rebels bombing the government, who cares? I mean, the people are...
but the rebels are supplied by the West,
Right, sure.
Yeah. It's a manufactured uprising, and they've had government structures. I understand that the rebels want a transition in power from the because this guy's been in power since his daddy was in power 50 years ago. This guy's been in power for a while, Assad. And well, the West wants to see him gone. They want to install their new, fascist government over there, like they did in Libya, they did in Iran and Afghanistan, and hopefully everywhere else they can, right? So the U.S., the West wants Assad out, and Assad and Russia and China say, "I'm going to stay here. You can't tell us what to do." So there's a lot of this conflict. And this Kofi Annan six-point peace process. Have you heard of this? His sixth place for peace. Kofi Annan, the UN guy. He's trying to make sense out of it all. Really, just another puppet, dancing around. And
of course,
yeah.
Of course, it's all a big show. It's all a big photo op.
Yep. Like the G8 summit, where they really got really.
We didn't even talk about with this whole thing.
The NATO thing, right? The NATO convention, also.
Can we do that in the next segment?
You want to talk NATO next? Okay.
Let's talk NATO next. Stay with us. And Mankind do love and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And Vince and the Undertaker.
And they're blowing out the turnbuckles because it has the F logo on it.